r/black people Twitter. T he says. Stay here, chick. Included photo. Realistic effort 6185 says. The good men are taken. Throttled up. Kawasaki 12 says. Is this why my coworker says the CIA invented polyamory in the 90s? Nacho Squid says. Say more, I'm intrigued. Eike says. The good ending. Until a Peak says. Can someone explain this photo to me? I don't understand what all is going on. Cassie 12297 says. LGBT poly couple, it's damn fine to see some positive representation. 33 Ducks says. Fun that they made the shirtless guy trans to lol. Chrisa June says. We love to see this energy. Zeusara Queen of D&D says. I love it when people change memes like this. I just told Utu says. She's living my dream lol. Window Shopper says. Beat it trick. r/black people Twitter. Bunny says. My thoughts every Sunday afternoon, like clockwork. Included photo. Enigma Eggs says. I mean, if you become wealthy enough the two go hand in hand. It's probably sarcasm says. Become a politician and it's the best of both worlds. Kilmrithner says. Forget all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. MGLLN says. Crime is literally the biggest financial life hack that everyone knows about. The only thing that prevents people from doing it is the potential prison time. I'd even say that amount of people who get caught, the amount of people that get away with it. Dominiqua Rising says. Equating my value with the labor I perform is the crime. King 1723 says. I don't know. I like my job. Things are going well for me. But Fokaford says. I'd like to crime, very much so, but I'm not intelligent enough to get away with it. Scantia says. Petty crime is literally a scam. Do the work. r/black people Twitter. T he says. Gotta lock in now, or suffer the consequences later. Included photo. Crisis Counselor says. That's life telling that MF to get a real job or else also the nigger in the chair is me. Agreeable Source 7473 says. I clutched all praise to the Most High. I just and wish oldie says. By reading this picture I just know she was tired of dude using their kids' Chroma book to make beats and rap. Earl J. Wagadorn says. Danny Guerrero will come to shoot you? Lydia Klipshiana says. Life. Suspanxalat 1992 says. Damn, didn't know we were supposed to get to 25. I feel robbed of some stress-free years now. r/black people Twitter. T he says. Companies back then, free money and big discounts. Come get your free money and big discounts here. Included photo. Peter Benteris says. Oh, really believed magically clean taxes I could call W. My phone cost $8 to take me across a city. I was a frickin' idiot. Historic Alec 4916 says. OMG me to the lol. Rissa Crispy 8 says. That one summer where Movie Pass was actually just go to the movies all you want for like $10 a month was awesome. Thepwanidanza says. I loved it so much. I saw so many amazing movies that I never would have seen otherwise, all because I could. Movies I still rewatch. Zixpia says. Venture capitalists are more than happy to throw a lot of money at creating a monopoly. Rising to mediocrity says. Exactly. The endgame was always jacking up the prices once they got their monopoly. The money was free flowing cause investors were promised the ability to plunder our wallets. Saturday 7 says. They are so wrong for framing it like this. More like, we were tricked into facilitating the rise of a new billionaire ruling class, and didn't know it. r/black people Twitter. Bunny says. Because there really was food at home. Included photo. Manzo559 says. Going out to a bar/club and having a bad time when there was already beer/weed at home. Smokopinus of Everyday says. ESP if you gotta pay a cover charge. Told my friends I'm not longer paying to get into a club that is already too full. Just Smiley says. My old ass made the mistake of going to a random club last night cause I was on vacation and those mother fricks charged me $18 for a Jack and Coke and $9 for a Modelo on top of a $10 cover. PM me some love says. I be so mad when I take that first bite and it's trash. Captain Keith says. That $20 taste crazy don't it? Manzo559 says. When you just showered and have to take a shit. Wes Ralph Waldo says. The worst is when you have a bad day and decide to treat yourself by ordering from a more expensive place on Uber Eats than usual and it's bad. Like I could have spent half as much on my regular order, but now I have to eat this mediocre $40 meal. r/black people Twitter. Bunny says. Community notes are tired baby. Included photo. Fist Punch Vol 7 says. Community notes probably the best thing that happened to Twitter in a long time LMFAO. Catching all these MFS. Walter Simpson says. I wish it was implemented on other social media somehow community note a YouTube video or a Reddit post. Setorm says. On some videos there are links to wiki or other sites I've seen for covered and Holocaust usually. Ordained Fury says. Community notes and this you? Best things to ever happen to Twitter. Chris Crest says. Putting a pause on the community notes for a second, but can we talk about how a black mayor has a platform in this city for the first time in how long, and we get this clown? Dude is a PR seeking bozo. Sideways Flower says. I voted for Garsha. She was the better candidate. I hope she runs again. Dark Freddy says. Community notes has the best put downs. Fartus1234 says. Dog my dad was racially abused when he moved to Brooklyn from Hatil Mayo. r/black people Twitter. He says. Immediately loses interest in working there. Included photo. Fist Punch Vol 7 says. On the spot? Yeah, you about to have a hell of a time LMFAO. Festival Pappy says. Definitely gonna be asked to take over someone's shift a week into training. Fist Punch Vol 7 says. 100%. Should happen to me first week of retail LMFAO. Trary says. Back in college I was hired on the spot for a job at Costco, and it was sick. Maybe they just like you? Hanamarin's Grandmas says. Costco in general is the exception to the rule. Almost any place that doesn't make you wait it out at least a day is gonna have less than ideal conditions. Ice King says. I got hired on the spot back in high school for being a camp counselor. The job was pretty sick NGL. Mirishii says, hey though, if you really need a job it's better than being rejected, I guess. Hanamarin's Grandma says, I've been in the position where I desperately needed a job and was hired on the spot. Ended up not coming back after lunch that very first day. r/black people Twitter. Bunny says, so what you supposed to cook for him? Plain pasta and toast. Included photo. Fiver Finger Disco says, parsley, black pepper and button mushrooms with cream make a nice sauce for pasta. Rafaldros Boyce says, honestly it's either that or his ass get dinner nuggets and fries since his ass wanna act childish. Regan 9109 says, onion, garlic, tomato, and spicy foods are all known to upset sensitive stomachs. It's probably that, and not just a childish palate. Regan 9109 says, sounds like the guy has sensitive stomach. Good on him for taking care of himself and not living in agony. Too many people think that diarrhea/farting/bloating every day is just what men do and is normalized. Vanaya 913 says, as someone with a sensitive stomach, I would rather live through agony than eat bland food for the rest of my life. The Houndabite says, I was that way until I started vomiting and developing rashes on my face after every meal. I can still tolerate cayenne and black pepper, so all hope is not lost yet. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.